Is life a drag truly for Meghan Markle? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to have your company as ever. And thank you for joining me. Let's have a lovely wave. Can you feel the sun coming out? Of course you can. Yes, yeah, you can, can't you? Now, as ever, it's interesting, isn't it, what people enjoy on the show. Thank you so much for your comments about Doria, the missing years. Fascinating stuff, as I pointed out, and a lot more really still to come on that. Strange story, isn't it, when you think, of course, because whatever people think, everything really is unearthed or unearthable, isn't it? People feel they're keeping secrets, but they can't keep them for that long. It's a little bit like this particular breaking royal story of the day. Now, this story is fascinating in itself, as I often say here on the show, because Meghan and Harry have to realign themselves as brand new individuals. You know, they have to find a way of making sure they're connectable to their latest audience. After all, they're now micro celebrities, and that's what people expect from them. You have to connect. Now, as we know, Meghan Markle has a brand new team that's got that unenviable task of trying to make her appear sort of human. The recent pictures of her at the Montecito market, you know, shopping for flowers and honey, that was another PR stunt that really didn't resonate too much with an audience, but they're still looking around. Now, as we also know, Meghan appears to be up for fun. Let's not forget she was ready to suckle a milk bottle on the Ellen DeGeneres show, amongst other things. What's also fascinating is this: certain offers that are now coming through to Meghan. One of them, I've been told, is this. That's right, the international TV hit RuPaul's Drag Race. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this particular show, it's where they have drag acts pop on with, of course, the esteemed drag king himself, or queen, RuPaul. Met Ru many years ago in London when he launched his very first foray into the international market with his single Supermodel. Remember that? Wasn't a mega hit, even though he teamed up with Sir Elton John for another version of Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Did quite well, but not as successfully as, of course, with his one-time pal, still pal apparently, Kiki D, even though he dumped her at Glastonbury. You get the picture. But according to a very good source, RuPaul's Drag Race US will be very keen to have, and as ever we have to say allegedly, Meghan Markle on as a guest judge. Now, you may think an odd choice. Not really, because it would show something of a fun side, the fact that she's connecting with a certain area of life too. You get the picture. Now, we're not quite sure exactly how this is playing out, but when you look at also the other offers on the table that have not been that much esteemed of late, well, then you have to think, well, a paycheck is a paycheck. Over here, we have the show also, the UK version. We don't get that big a guest. In fact, one of the recent guests that's been booked is none other than the former Countdown Queen herself, and now, of course, influencer, picture taker, Carol Vorderman. Looking totally different, of course, the way that she looked many moons ago. Yes, you'll notice that. But what's fascinating is, if Meghan does sign on, they are hoping that this will change her perception within the world public. But as ever, I'd love to know, what do you think? Is this a good move by her, by them, or should she stay away from shows like this? Or could this completely revitalize her career? And finally, would it make people think that Meghan is something of a hoot? As ever, do let me know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.